Hi, so we are now on the Ooh Baby Baby Shopify homepage. What we're going to do is we're going to install a reviews app. So what we really do need is when we've got products on our store, we need to make sure that at the moment, of course, we haven't had any sales, so we haven't got any reviews for our products, but we do need to show some evidence to potential customers that these products have sold well and have received good reviews. So we can get a head start on this by installing an app that will pull in reviews from AliExpress for the products that we've actually already uploaded into our store. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and open our apps. Now, obviously, at the moment, we haven't got a lot. We've just got the currency converter and we've got Oberlo, of course. So then we can just visit the Shopify App Store, and then we're going to just go and find the apps or the app that we need. So here we are in the Shopify App Store. This is a great place to just explore the different kind of apps that are on offer and available all the time from Shopify. So what we want to do is we want to look for reviews apps. Let's just have a look and see what comes up. So as you can see, there are a number of ones that come up. There are, let's just have a little look. There's Amazon reviews, Ali reviews apps. What we are going to go with is the Ali reviews, AliExpress reviews by Fire apps. You do have a 7-day free trial, and then there is a basic paid plan. But as you can see, it's had lots of installs and still has a good high rating. There are other ones here, for example, that have a higher rating but only have 163 reviews. If you go down, you can obviously kind of just get an idea of what's available. This is quite a good one here, product reviews, but this is just to collect reviews from people who have already bought from you. So obviously we need something that's going to pull in some AliExpress reviews. There is one here that obviously has got 5 stars, but obviously it's only had 2 installs. So that won't be one that we're going to go with. Looks reviews is also a very popular one, as you can see, but this doesn't necessarily pull in AliExpress reviews, so we're not going to go with that one for now. What I will say is that Looks photo reviews might be one that you add later because it does have a great reputation. And once you start getting sales, it's a really nice reviews app. So it's one that customers find very easy to use. So it does have a number of paid plans. So obviously you would want to start with the lowest plan, but this is one that you can potentially look at once you start getting a number of sales, and it may well be worth adding that to your store to help drive conversion. But we're not going to go with that one for now because we really just want to pull in existing reviews from AliExpress for the products we've imported. So let's just go back to Ali reviews and then just click on this. As you can see, there is a free trial. It is quite short, and then it says from $9.90 a month. Now, obviously, you want to be careful. You don't want to ultimately have too many apps installed because you don't want that monthly figure that you're paying to start creeping up. But having a reviews app is incredibly important, especially this AliExpress Ali reviews. So you may find that once you start getting more reviews of your products, you could actually replace Ali reviews with something like Looks so that you don't have 2 reviews apps running at the same time. But this is the one that we're just going to start with for the time being. So what we need to do is just take a look because it's easy to import product reviews from AliExpress and Oberlo. And then you can also, they do have a review pop-up as well that you can use. So it does have quite a few functions. It's also got a Google Shopping integration, which obviously isn't going to necessarily mean a lot for us at the moment, but it does have quite a lot of features, and its pricing is a little bit less than Looks, as you can see. And it does have it does have some low star reviews here, but I've actually been using this for about 1.5 years and actually had no problems with it whatsoever, and actually found that it's been incredibly helpful for my store. So let's go back and let's just add the app. So this is the first thing that we need to do, is just add the app. Then it will obviously take us back and say you're about to install AliExpress reviews. So obviously we've gone through this process already when we installed Oberlo and other apps. So we just want to install it. And then wait for that just to install on our store. Okay, so to start with, we'll probably just want to go with the starter plan. So let's just click on the starter plan for now. As it says here, if you're not quite sure which plan to choose, you can just ping Fire Apps and they'll get back to you. I have actually found it to be a very easy app to work with and a very easy customer service team to deal with. So there are a few features that you won't necessarily have when you have the starter plan, but that's okay. That's okay because we don't have a load of products on our store at the moment, but you can at least bulk import your Ali orders and bulk import your reviews, which is the main feature that we get needed. So we're just going to try 7 days free. Not quite sure if I clicked on that properly. Oh, yep, we did. So there you go. And you will get billed via Shopify. So you don't need to add any other details here. So it will tell me that I'm going to start getting billed on the 21st of July. Now, if I decide that I don't want this anymore, I can just go and delete the app. So I can just delete the app. I can contact Ali Reviews and just make sure that my subscription won't continue. But usually that's very good. Once you've deleted an app, normally it won't actually then charge you, but you can just email them just in case. So I'm just going to say start free trial. And just wait for it to confirm. And there you go. So it's saying welcome to Ali Reviews and then let's start. So then it'll just give you a little tour. You can take a mini tour. If you've got any questions, you can ask them these questions. So you can click on let's start. So it'll say just check to make sure your review box is installed. So then we have to go to our store and just make sure that the review box is there. Aha, of course. Well, my store hasn't opened yet, so that's fine. So we won't worry about that for now. So we'll just go back. If you don't see a review box, then obviously you can go and follow some instructions, and they will help you. I seem to remember that when I first installed it, I did have a few problems trying to get the review box to show, but they did help me straight away. So and it will give you some quick and easy instructions to do it there. So yeah, you just want to make sure that the review box pops up. But if you've already unlocked your store, then you'll be and you don't have a password on it anymore, and it's already viewable in the browser, then you probably won't have that problem. You'll be able to see the review box pop up. So there we go. So what I would suggest is that you actually go and watch some of the tutorials just so you know exactly how it works. So actually the most important thing as well, and what I will say is that you will need, in order to import reviews from AliExpress, you will need to have the AliExpress review importer. Now I already have it here because I have it already running in Chrome, and it already has access to my other existing store. So you will need this in order to be able to import your reviews. So if you're not able to find it when you go through this process, then just go to the Chrome web store. So just go to the chrome.google.com and the web store. And then if you just search in AliExpress review importer, and then it will bring up these extensions, and as you can see, this is the one I have, so I have added here already. So all you need to do is just click on that. Obviously you would, if you don't have it already, then you would have the add to Chrome button there, but I have rate it because I already have it installed. So this is the one that you want. Obviously it's got good ratings as well, so where you will have the add to Chrome button, so just add that to Chrome because that will enable you to import the reviews. So once you have set up that Chrome extension, like I said, it's here, it will look like that, the AliExpress review importer. Once you've got that added to Chrome, if you go back into Oberlo, and then go to my products. Now I only have one product in there at the moment. So as you can see, I haven't progressed very far with my new store as yet. But what you'll see there, if you go to my products, you will already see here bulk import reviews. So if you have a number of products, you can click on import reviews and then it will bulk import reviews for you. I only have this one at the moment. So what would happen is I can actually click from here and I can click on get reviews. Now this is just basically a reflection of what is actually in here. So this is the same here. So if it says get reviews and import reviews, we have import reviews here. You see there? So it's just exactly the same as what is in Ali reviews. Now what I can do, if I go import reviews from here, then I will need the product link. So I will need to get the product link and paste the URL of the AliExpress product, and then I can click on import review. We'll look at the import settings in a moment. So, but what is actually just as easy is to do it from below. If you click on here and click on get reviews, what it will do, it's just thinking about it, and it'll say import reviews. So use current import settings. We'll look at import settings in a moment. And so as you can see, it's saying importing reviews from AliExpress. So it's going away. It's obviously trying to find the reviews on AliExpress. And this has meant I haven't had to put the URL in because I've obviously got this link directly to AliExpress in below. So it says reviews imported. So I can check out my reviews right now. And as you can see, there are some, there's quite a lot. I mean, there are lots and lots and lots of reviews there. So you might think, oh, well, gosh, hang on a minute. That one's in Spanish. My customers might not speak Spanish. That one, there is UA, not quite, that's Ukraine, I think, isn't it? So so ultimately, and there you've got one that's from Russia, but it is actually in English. And you go through, and some of them, because the English in some places may not be quite right. So you might think, okay, do I want to keep that review? But basically, you can just look at all the reviews that have been imported. So what we need to do is we need to go to import settings, because import settings is a very important set of rules that we need to have that will dictate how the reviews are imported into Ali Reviews and ultimately into below, and then ultimately into our store, because this is all automatic. It will go all the way through from AliExpress. The reviews will go via Ali Reviews into below and through to your store. So if we go at the filter settings, so we can say import reviews and date range, you can say all time, or you can just say in the last 60 days, for example. So you might not want reviews to have been imported, since the product was launched. You might just want to have the last 90 days. So you can set that there. I would also suggest that you don't necessarily want 200 reviews. I mean, that's an enormous amount. So you could just say from 10 to 50, for example, or 100. Or you can just have a fixed quantity per import. But yes, or you can just make that, from 1 to 50 reviews. Then obviously you want a positive rating. Now, I would say probably go for 4 stars and upwards. You want it to be sort of 4 stars and up. And then, of course, you do want to have reviews with photos. Okay, so we say we want to go for reviews that's 4 stars and up. We also want to have reviews with photos, though we don't mind if we've got reviews without photos. We would preferably like reviews with content rather than ones that just have the star rating, and no other comments. But we can just leave it as it is, because obviously we want to import as many reviews as we can. Now, translate the content into English wherever possible. The reviews will be translated. Now, sometimes this will mean that the translation sometimes goes a little bit wrong and it doesn't quite flow, or it's not a perfect translation tool. So you might want to just tweak reviews or even remove a review where you think that it actually might not make a great deal of sense. I have done that before. I've just kind of cut short a review because it's been overall positive, but then part of it, the translation has gone a bit awry. So yeah, but you can say translate it into English. You can choose not to translate it. If you want to keep it totally authentic, you can say, well, actually, I don't want it to be translated. Now, sometimes they will slip through the net. I mean, this is not a sort of perfect translation tool or system. So sometimes you'll find the odd one in there that just seems to be like a mixture of two languages. So yeah, so it's always best, as long as you haven't got 200 reviews to go through, it's always best just to have a quick look, because chances are people will only read the first kind of 5 or 10 reviews anyway. They're certainly not going to sit through and read 15 pages of reviews for any one product. But what you want to do is definitely put some words in here. So if you put, for example, skip reviews with keywords, AliExpress, you don't want any reviews on your site to mention AliExpress, or any reviews that say mention dropshipping, or even Ali, sometimes people say an Ali seller instead of AliExpress. So yes, you could skip a review. If you don't want people to mention about long shipping times, you could say, well, I'll skip anything that says long. It is a bit ambiguous, but of course, or you might not mind. You might say, well, actually, it's doesn't matter, because after all, for some people in some parts of the world, the shipping times might be quite long. If it was going to South America or whatever, if it's a more of a remote location, it might take longer to get from China. So that's up to you, but definitely I would say remove sort of put any words in there such as AliExpress and dropshipping and Ali, and then those, it will not import reviews generally that have those words in there. So review location, you can just leave that as it is. Just leave all of that. Review status after importing, just leave it on published, and that should be fine. So when you've done all of that, just click save. Now, obviously, doing that will obviously affect the reviews that you import going forward. So we just need to save our setup, and then it is actually done. Now, let's not worry about these other areas like automations and so on to start with, because, like I said, the most important thing is we want to have those reviews coming in from AliExpress. Obviously, if we go back and we refresh, we see that we actually have 145 reviews there, which is a significant amount. I mean, we can leave it like that if you're happy to have a high number of reviews. Obviously, they're overwhelmingly positive, 4.5, almost 5 stars mostly. So it's maybe a good thing to have that. We can't obviously see it on my store because my store's not open yet, but you would just click on view, and then you'll be able to see that product with the reviews underneath on your store. And as you can see, when you go back to Oberlo, there's a little tick next to it, and that says that you've imported the reviews for that product. So if we just go back into the product itself quickly, and I'll just give you an example of what I mean. So here we go, notes to 145 reviews. Okay, so obviously this one has got an image. Now, like I said, it looks a lot more authentic, to be honest, when you've got the different languages. So it's completely up to you. But of course, they've left some pictures there. It's great to have these pictures. Pants are soft, very good quality. I love the set, recommend it. So they've obviously put the picture of their child there, wearing the outfit, which is absolutely great. So yeah, so these are just great reviews to have. Now, if you decided, okay, I'm going to actually delete one of these reviews, let's find an example. I mean, we have imported reviews that have all got high ratings. So let's just take, for example, this one here. So the translation has gone a little bit awry here. Obviously, we've got some nice little pictures there, very cute. but the translation has got gone a little bit awry. There's this one here that says super cute, just took long to ship. So what we can do, you can see here, it'll show the whole review. We are 8 cities, the greatness of Trisky. So this seems like the whole translation has gone a little bit strange. So what we can do is we can just delete that whole review, or we can actually edit it. Now, if we could maybe kind of salvage a little bit, but I would say probably with this one, I would say considering we've got 145 reviews, then we can probably delete it, and it will say delete this review. So, and this is why I do recommend that you don't necessarily have so many reviews in there, because obviously you don't want to go through every single one. Let's just go and have a little look. Quality is super. And capture the suit is just super. Like I said, you will find these very strange translations. That this is auto translations. So somebody here said magnifique. That's great. Now, for some, well, obviously I hadn't done the settings beforehand. So as you can see, because I hadn't set up the settings, somebody has actually given it 1 star and said not received the product. Now, this is what will be prevented if you set up your settings to not import anything with 1 star. So I will just delete that one, because this is overwhelmingly very positive. So yes, those there's another one here, don't receive K passes. So again, that's delete that review. Somebody's put okay, I like it, etc. So on the description. So it's up to you. So there you go. But that's what you can do. You can decide that you want to edit it. So it'll just open the edit there, and then you can just, obviously I'm not suggesting that you tailor reviews, but you might want to shorten a review, for example. Somebody might put a very lengthy description in there. You might think it's a great review, but you don't want it to be so long, so you could maybe just shorten it. So that's how you use Ali reviews. Now, later down the line, if you choose to stay with Ali Reviews, you can actually have email automation campaigns. So you can basically set up emails to go out to your buyers to request reviews. And this is where you would be able to customize your email that you want to send out to those customers to request reviews. But until you start getting sales, then obviously you don't necessarily want to go down that route. And there are other options as well. But this is certainly something that you can consider. And then you can launch email automation campaigns once you start getting the sales in.